Hi everybody, this is Susie and welcome to another video from Wild Orchid Crafts Wild Bunch. I have something to share with you again. I always start my videos off like that, but I have a fun little something that I haven't made for quite a while, and I'm excited to share that with you today, so let's get on to that. This is a really cute vintage shabby type tag. And I had a lot of fun making this because I haven't made a tag in quite a while, and I really just wanted to get back into paper crafting just a little bit. Yes, I'm using my webcam on my computer, my new computer, yay for me. So what I had used is a very simple shipping tag. You can get about 100 of these in a plastic container in your local store like Office Max or Staples. Probably for about $3. They are a very nice size to play with. And what I used here was some Prima paper on the base or the background, and I etched that with Vintage Photo, which is my favorite ink from Ranger. I do have a large variety of many of the inks, but have chosen that one because it always seems to give off some kind of a vintage feel for me in my crafts. And I was rummaging through some old things, and that's how sometimes I get inspired. A lot of people say, where do you get these ideas from? Where do you get inspired from? And sometimes I just go through some old crafts and look at some old pictures of things that I've done, and then the light bulb goes off, and there goes the inspiration. So with that said, I wound up finding this really cute photo of that little girl. Isn't she adorable? And I said, oh, I'm going to do that type of tag. I'm going to do use a vintage photo. And this is just I have a bunch of old photos in like one of those plastic loose leaf binder thingies. And I keep those together, and whenever I feel like doing some type of a vintage project, I go ahead and grab a photo from there. So anyway, I adhered that photo down with my ATG gun, but I did adhere down the back part of the Prima paper with Aleene's glue. I just like to do that so I get the paper moved around just perfectly, and then I cut it and etch it. I put the picture down, and this is just absolutely, where am I? Here I am. Beautiful lace from Wild Orchid Crafts. It is so sheer and so shabby looking and so beautiful. I just totally love it. So I decided to use this lace. Now, a lot of times when many crafters make, even myself, make tags, we put the lace way at the bottom. And this time I wanted to do something different. So I used this lace to reflect the look of a frame around this little girl. She's absolutely adorable. And then way at the top, instead of pulling through up on top the string or in this case the seam binding, I decided to just tie a bow and put one of the flat back pearls over here from Wild Orchid Crafts in that pink color. It's very beautiful. And here I have some of these trellis roses, which are my absolute favorite. I adore them. And I had gotten this in my last design team kit. It's a taupe colored trellis rose. And it's very versatile, yet you kind of got to be careful with it with the color. And I hope that you can see that clearly. And what I done was I took 2 layers off because this was a very large flower. I believe it was 1.5 in size. And so I took 2 layers off, and there was my flower for this project, as well as doing it for this very pale pink color. And I like doing that. I like resizing them, and then the little pieces that are left behind, instead of throwing them out, I just recreate them like I've done for this one here. I'm hoping that you can see that. I just recreate them as a bud rose, and they look so perfect for fillers. Also using this really pretty bud rose, the rose buds there, and the really tiny rose buds. Just so pretty. And then I decided to use over here this little wooden spool. Just really adorable. And I took the vintage photo in a sponge, and I just colored that in really good to just give it an old look. I love the way that comes out. And again, the hip rose is just absolutely gorgeous in an ivory color. I'm sorry, just coming down over here again, the Wild Ochre Craft flower that I had taken off a layer or two of the petals and just making the flower smaller, and also using these really pretty two-tone roses here. And some of the stamens, instead of using that inside of a flower, I just use it as a filler. Just very pretty and very elegant and feminine looking. I just love that. And as you can see right over here, this rose here that is like a bud rose now is actually one of the roses from this taupe rose. So see what I'm talking about like recreating your flower by tearing off one layer, and you can certainly save them, don't throw them away, and just recreate them for another part of another project or the same one you're working on. You can put something else in there like stamens if you like, but I chose to leave mine empty. And just at the very bottom here I put a few more small roses, and also I put some vintage roses, vintage buttons that I had in my stash over here, and one over here, a really very tiny one, just so cute, so adorable. And what do we do with these? Well, I really have them on several areas of my craft room. I do have a life-size, tall, kind of like a wrought iron stand. It used to be a clock, and my husband found just the base of it. The face was missing, and I have all my tags, well, most of my tags hanging on there, and some tags that people had sent me over the years. And I will probably do the same thing with this one, but for now, because this one is new and I like looking at it a lot, I have it on my desk. And if you'd like to get some of these trellis roses and some of these other roses, you can go on over to www.wildochrecrafts.com and get some of those for yourself. They come in a variety of colors, as well as the vintage seam binding and these beautiful flat back pearls that come in different sizes and colors and shapes as well. They come with the little beads around them. They come in heart shapes and circles and many different colors. So I hope that you enjoy shopping for some of these items for yourself. I just love the way this tag came out, and I hope that you do too. So click on the button below and you will find a list of all the items used in this video, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching the video and seeing my newest creation, which is the vintage shabby tag. So thanks so much for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate all of your friendship, love, and support, and stay well. See you soon. Bye.